And M*N really thought he was gonna get me and my friend in on his misogyny, and boy did he pick the wrong ones today. Lol, 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 lol. How refreshing it is to finally see feminists on Twitter referring to men as M*N. This is what I've been trying to tell them all along. In fact, I was so excited about it, I did a congratulatory quote tweet with M*N myself, with the intention to signal, hey, great job. But even when you're on the same side as the feminists and openly acknowledging that they did something correctly and being an ally yourself, we still all know exactly how this ends. I don't even have to say it anymore.
Hoes mad, 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 hoes mad.
One day feminists will realize that blocking me on Twitter is literally just giving us free content and free laughs, but that day is not today. Alright fellas, welcome back. One of my most favorite things about the present day social media climate in the year 2021 is watching multi-million dollar and sometimes multi-billion dollar corporations getting bullied into submission by losers and teenagers on the internet, all because they're offended and outraged by something that they saw on Twitter. It's becoming more and more of a common theme. Every single time something even remotely controversial happens with a company, they gotta issue a twit longer statement or a big image statement apologizing for some stupid bullshit is what it is 99% of the time. And we are sitting here allowing it all to happen. And honestly, it's too late. This is just how it's gonna be from now on. You can't put this toothpaste back in the tube. It's been out for way too long, but we can sit by idly and laugh at it all, which is exactly what we're gonna do with today's story, which is this gaming chair company called Vertigear. Now, why are people mad at Vertigear? Well, it's because they're sexist, according to Twitter. That's right, they're sexist according to Twitter, which means absolutely nothing in the real world, and everybody knows that. One day people are gonna realize that Twitter is not real life, but honestly, it's probably really not gonna be within our lifetime, so we're just gonna get to laugh at this basically forever as far as we're concerned. Anyway, fellas, here's how it all unfolded. This is how I caught wind of this story. So it all starts with this tweet right here that says, hey, if any streamers are giving this sexist company free advertising by sitting in their chairs, might want to remove the Vertigear logo. And it has this image right here of a very, very bad tweet from Vertigear. So trigger warning to all the feminists out there. We're about to show something very sexist here on the channel. It's so bad, so bad. Ready? Here it is. Holy fucking shit. Did you just All right, so here's the tweet that triggered thousands of female gamers all over Twitter. Let's take a look and see how bad it really is. It says, is this accurate with two screenshots, one of a male streamer and one of a female streamer? And as you can see on the bottom, the one of the female streamer has the face cam taking up the majority of the screen rather than the gameplay. Now, I'm not gonna lie to you fellas, I've seen this before. I'm not gonna act like I haven't, but I really don't see it that often. When girls are streaming video games, that is. Now, if it's just chatting or some different kind of, you know, IRL category or whatever, that's a different story. But when it's video games, I usually don't even see this. Like, I could probably count on one hand the amount of times I've actually seen this going on. I will say I've seen female streams where I feel the face cam is way too big compared to the gameplay, but it's still not the main thing that you see on your screen. So if it's not really true in the first place, then my question to everybody pissed off by this tweet is, who gives a fuck?
Who gives a fuck?
But of course, logic doesn't apply here. Let's take a look at some of the big mad replies, shall we? So many sexists in the comments, typically speaking from a place of privilege instead of listening and not realizing how much their words hurt. There's still so much work to do to be equal, and goddamn, that's depressing. At least this thread gives me plenty to block. Block, you say? Please, 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 please. I'm sure the fellas would love to sing a national anthem for you. Also, I just want to point out, before reading any more replies, I checked the bios of all the people I'm including in the video, and all of them, except for one, had their you-know-whats in the bio, so no one's even surprised by this anymore. The joke pretty much writes itself. They even hate their own products if they are feminine. Lamau. Then there's this picture here that someone tweeted them of a well, you know what? I don't even want to make assumptions, okay? We're not here to do that. We'll just say a gender neutral gaming setup here with the colors pink and black and white. Well, wait a second. Now that I think of it, the original tweet actually is sexist. She called this feminine. It's 2021. Pink does not equal feminine anymore, and I'm very offended by this. Regardless, the company actually said, not my style, but certainly ain't bad, which I'm not gonna lie, I'm pretty surprised that they would say something like that in this year. I mean, they did do this tweet and think it was gonna be a good idea and not blow back, so they got some stupid ass people running their social media, obviously, but all they had to just say was, Yas Queen Slay, drink some water or some shit like that, and this tweet would have blown up. But now it's being used against them. This activist took to Twitter to reply with her pictures of her covering up her logo. On the left, you see the Vertigear logo on the back of her chair, and on the right, she's now covered it with a pink fuzzy hat. Wow. Congratulations, you really truly did something with this one. Retweet, retweet, retweet. On some real shit, why not just buy an entire new chair and throw this one out? I mean, they're only like $600 for a gaming chair, which, by the way, just quick side note, what a fucking ripoff these gaming chairs are, guys. I had a GT Racing one. After like a month and a half, the padding just gave out, and oh my god, I had the worst back pain I've ever had in my life, and it was just constant. Every time I sat in the chair, I would get it. Maybe I'm just an old man now, but I'm telling you, I got like just a regular ergonomic office chair after that, and what a world of difference. Do not get scammed by these fucking gaming chair companies. They're terrible. But back to the tweet. Why not just get an entirely new gaming chair, right? You're still using the company's product. This is not very full-on activist of you. And at this point, they're basically living rent-free every time you have to adjust that hat so that your stream won't see the logo as you use the product. They have since deleted the tweet, which just speaks volumes to it being a shit and sexist take that shouldn't have been tweeted in the first place. Also kind of means they're little bitches too. You know, I gotta say, I'm totally of the mindset where if you're gonna tweet something hot on Twitter, you gotta stand behind it. I mean, there are few things on this earth that make you look like more of a little bitch than deleting a tweet that you did, so I feel we should be roasting the company for that portion of it instead of the actual original tweet itself. Another chance to over-exaggerate how all gamer girls are because one gamer girl plays this way. If one girl does one single thing, suddenly we all do it and we are sinning criminals. Women literally cannot even wear a tank top without judgment. Once again, guys, who gives a fuck, right? If you actually think that this is all stemming because one gamer girl did this, which is obviously not true. A small amount of female gamers do this, I would say, in my experience at least. I don't know what your recommended on Twitch is like, but if you legitimately think that one gamer girl does this and now it paints you in a bad light, who cares? If somebody in real life was accusing you of doing something that you didn't do, unless it was some legal thing or something like that, then why would you even bother caring? It's just a waste of energy being mad at a stupid tweet from a stupid company that makes stupid products. So they had to put out this stupid statement right here, which still wasn't enough. They actually ended up firing someone, which we'll get to that statement a little down the line, but let me paraphrase this one real quick. It's kind of long. Dear Vertigear fans, we've always wanted to keep things interesting and fun on social media, blah blah. Discrimination and bias are the opposite of what we want to create. Unfortunately, we were slow to see the mistakes being made and hurt many people with a recent tweet that we made. Fucking losers. We take full responsibility for the pain that it has caused to members of our community. Jesus Christ, you guys. If a tweet with a meme on it is actually causing you pain, and you say that out loud on the internet for people, like, you are not built for the internet. Just get off. Shitposting, trolling, toxicity, it's all always going to be a part of this. It just is. The internet gives people anonymity, and when people can hide who they actually are, they take full advantage of it, and they will never stop doing that. The incident has been a true lesson for all of us, and we hope you can accept our most sincere apology. Like I said at the beginning of the video, million-dollar corporations being bullied into submission by losers and teenagers here on the internet. Honestly, I don't even have a chart for things you love to see. I love to see this. I do. I find it so entertaining to watch these companies bend the knee like this, but this statement still wasn't enough. Now the Yas Queens are going up and digging up even older tweets from them and getting more mad about shit. Exhibit A. Just to clarify, this is also them. Not surprised, they're oopsieing again, and then they have a screenshot of a tweet from January of 2021, saying the R word for mentally disabled people. And I'm not gonna lie, that is just a clear social media mistake today, right? That was a word that a lot of people, like a lot of millennials especially, grew up saying pretty loosely. It was on TV a lot and everything, and it just kind of became bad within the last couple of years. So to tweet that in 2021 as a brand? Definitely not a good look. This reply is a pick-me gamer girl trying to defend the tweet. It says, I don't think it is sexist whatsoever. It is fact that I have seen so many occasions where a woman has been streaming and the gameplay is half the screen. This is just what some do because they know men/women will click for the attract appeal, not the gameplay. Yeah, again, I mean, it is true. It does happen. Nobody can say that it doesn't happen, right? I hope these feminists don't actually believe that this doesn't happen, but we don't usually say this to women here on the channel, but we hope that he sees it, bro. That's really gross. Maybe instead they could have shared a meme both men and women would find funny instead of insulting women streamers solely to make the immature gamer crowd laugh. Listen, I've got some bad news for you, girl. The immature gamer crowd basically is the gamer crowd altogether. Until the day comes up where the majority of gamers does not consist of 14-year-old boys telling you that they fucked your mom on Modern Warfare, then that will be the demographic that we have to target. And newsflash here, I'm sure 14-year-old boys thought that meme was really, really funny. Now, we will never do a feminist being big mad on Twitter video without making it complete by including some white knights here. So this man was hoping to get some pussy by replying saying, note to self, don't go with an @Vertigear chair. Was looking at buying a computer chair in the next couple of months. Looks like I'll be going with the competition instead. You know, he really thought he did something with this one here, but then he gets a reply from a feminist right underneath. The whole point of the screenshot was to not tag the company, actually. You love to see it, honestly. Dude's out here trying to get some pussy, but he's being an ally the wrong way. You're not supposed to tag the company, so sorry about that, so sorry. Do better, right? That's what they like to say, do better. I would say that it was a good try, but it really wasn't even like that good of a try. So for you, my friend, we will whip out the actual chart of things you really hate to see because you really, really, truly do hate to see this. And finally, when Vertigear realized that they weren't going to squirm their way out of this one, that people were digging up their old tweets now, finding other stuff that this person has said along the way, they put out a statement and they fired him. So I hope the feminists are happy now, but the thing is, they're not. See, that's how this all works. You already have the bad image of Vertigear in your head now, and no matter what they do, they could fire the entire, marketing, PR team, whatever. No one is gonna forgive you. Was the post inappropriate to put on Twitter in the year 2021? 100%. But now that these gamer girls know that you had that tweet come from your account, and even if you deleted the tweet and you fired the guy that did it, there's just simply no way they're gonna forgive you by buying your chair the next time they need a chair. And that right there is the horrible irony about how all this works. Once people start coming at you for something, you can either double down on it or be a little bitch and apologize. But nobody has ever actually been forgiven for apologizing. Anyway, fellas, that about wraps it up for this video. It's always fun to make fun of big mad people on Twitter. Never gets old, so you guys let me know your thoughts down in the comments below. I'm sure the fellas will have much to say about this. I look forward to seeing your responses as always. If you enjoyed the video, then make sure to leave a thumbs up and subscribe for more awesome, amazing videos just like this. Turn your goddamn notifications so you can be a part of the buzz every single time a new video goes live. Special thank you to my channel members as always for your extra support. It's very much appreciated. You guys are the true MVPs. Check out Defy merch down below. Follow me on Twitter, Twitch, second channel. Links to everything in the description. I will see you dudes in the next video. Love you, bye. Stay safe, fellas.
As long as you love me.